Hello everyone, my name is Tian Hatting. I would like to start off with a disclaimer. I am in no way a scholar or an academic. I have no formal qualifications in this field. I am a simple ESL teacher working and living in Vietnam at the moment, but I do believe that God presents himself to us through scripture and nature, and therefore I love his word and his creation, and this video is about that.
In the first verses of Exodus 2, we read about the mom of Moses who, when he was 3 months old, realized that she could not hide him from Pharaoh any longer. And then we read, Vatik kach, and she took law for him, Tevat, an ark of gourmet bulrushes. Let's focus on the word Tevat, which is a feminine noun and is probably from an Egyptian origin where it meant chest or coffin. In the Hebrew Bible, it has the more generic meaning of a vessel. This noun appears 28 times in the Hebrew Bible. In the narrative of Noah and his ark in Genesis 6 to 9, this word appears 26 times and is always translated as ark. Here in Exodus 2 verse 3 and also in 2 verse 5, the same word is used to describe the vessel that Moses was placed in by his mother. In the case of Noah, we have substantive details of the size of the vessel. In the case of Moses, the purpose of the vessel as well as the material used give us, gives us an indication of the size of the vessel. This context prompted translators to call the vessel a basket, which is the most common um, translation. Um, the King James Version, which is a much older English translation and much more literal, actually uses the word ark.
I would like to conclude this video by mentioning a few points. The first one is that we were talking about the word Tevat, which was a generic term, a generic word. For those of you who don't know, a generic word is a word that describes a group or a family of things and not the specific members in that group. For example, cattle is a generic word which describes the animals, and in that um, group we find cows, bulls, calves, oxen, and so on. Another example, cutlery, includes members like knives, forks, spoons, in other words, utensils that we need or that we use when eating or serving food. These words are very common in the Hebrew Bible. Um, on the biology side, we find eagles, ostriches, lions, and so on, animals, birds, and the most of the time, not most of the time, all the time, the generic term is used. In other words, we don't know which specific species is mentioned. Another example from Genesis 1 verse 11, it talks about fresh shoots. We don't know exactly what that means. We just know that it is got something to do with the new growth that occurs. In this text, the generic term is vessel. It just says that it's something that can float on water. We don't know the size. In the case of Moses, we don't know the size. In the case of Noah, we have a better idea of what is meant. But in this text, people have opted to translate the word with basket, which makes sense. There's no ways Moses would have been in an ark as in Noah's ark. But I feel that a better translation would be a basket-like vessel, to make sure that people understand that this is not a specific basket. We have no idea exactly what this vessel was like. So the lesson that we learn from this text is very important, and that is that many times in the Hebrew Bible, we simply have to admit that we don't know exactly what the author meant. The words that are used are often generic, and we can only guess what member of that group was meant when the author used that word.
To view more videos like this, you are welcome to visit my channel in YouTube. Just search for Christian Hatting. And then you are also welcome to visit my website, Biblical Hebrew for All, where I discuss many more texts from the Hebrew Bible, where I believe the English is not giving us a complete or correct picture of what the original Hebrew says. Go to the website and click on any link that says volume 5, and you will find texts from each and every book from the Hebrew Bible. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the icon in your bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and goodbye.